Hello dear fairy folk, I'm your chestnut fairy and I'm very happy that you are here with me today. It is September, which is kind of the birthday season. I mean, I have a lot of friends that are born in September. I don't know why, but it's just a month where a lot of people have their birthday. And what is the most important thing about birthdays next to spending time with people? You can make something for them. And for me, self-made presents or presents where you take a lot of effort with are the most meaningful. I mean, when you do something for someone with a lot of time, I don't care how less you money spend on them. This is so materialistic. Instead, I like the idea that someone sat there and created something just for you. And this can be so meaningful. A small letter, a handcrafted vase, I don't know, anything could be a beautiful gift. And soon one of my dearest friends has a birthday and will celebrate it, so I will need a gift. And what is the most important things about Emma? Emma is a very creative girl. She crochets a lot and makes her own sticker, and she has one of the most amazing colorful outfits I have ever seen, and she has crazy earrings. I want to make a mushroom earring holder. And you will ask why the mushroom, but she is a mushroom lover, and I think this could be very nice if you have a little mushroom in your house that it will give you joy. So let's just start a project. The first thing you will need is aluminum foil. You can find them in most of the kitchens, so did I. I just grabbed the one we had and start smashing it together to create a little ball shape. Then you can put it in your fingers and roll it around so it smooths a little, but do not forget that this is tin foil. It will be a little bit edgy. What I am trying to do is make a pear-shaped form, and then I will add a mushroom head. Right now it is just a little tiny gloop of foil. However, when you put on the Fimo, which in this case is this brand, I don't know how good it is, I just found it in the store, which is so annoying. We have one craft store in the whole city and they have such a monopoly. They rise up the prices so much. It is so nasty. I hate this so much. You know, when you want to buy fabric, they also have fabric. You have to buy these things for 18 euro. 18 euro, I mean, what the hell is going on? So I always drive to another city 7 kilometers away with the bike and buy stuff there because it's so expensive, and I don't know why. I mean, yeah, of course you have a monopoly, however, this doesn't mean that you have to be so greedy. I hate this. So anyways, back to this Fimo thing. This was, I think I once crafted with it when I made my Arataki Ito cosplay. However, I am not sure because they just redesigned the room and I was sure where to find the original clay I always used. But back to the crafting part. It was time to make the head. The head was the easiest thing ever. You just grab a little bit of the foil and then make it into a round shape like a plate, and then add in that volume and then cover it up with more foil. So it was pretty easy, and voila, there was your head shape. So it was extremely simple to make and made a little bit fun. It reminds me so much of crafting class in school. I loved this so much. And then it was time to cover everything in clay. As you see, I already did it. Tada! Film magic. And then you shouldn't forget to also add the clay on the underside of the mushroom head, so you will later not see it, and can also create little holes that will be needed to make earring holder. I mean, this is the whole project, so it should make sense. And do not forget to smoothen out your mushrooms, because it will be a little bit lumpy when you don't. You take water, put it on your fingers, and then rub around the clay. I also added a little bit more of clay on his head because I wanted to let the head be a little bit at an angle, so this is why I added something and then later added clay underneath. When you want to connect those parts, just mark them with an X wet them so they will stick together, and then you can go to the details. I wanted to create a little very cute face that gives him personality. I mean, what do you want a mushroom for when he isn't cute and will smile at you? So this is what I did right here. And then I also thought it needs to suit her a little bit more, so I will create something that suits her, which means I need to create wool or something that will resemble it, so she can be reminded that this mushroom also crochets. The other alternative would be collecting trash. This is so funny because I know Emma since I am little, because I can play the flute very badly, but she can do it better, and she has the same teacher as me, and I always saw her before my lesson started, so I knew her a little bit longer. But then we both went to the same city cleanup, and yeah, we kinda befriended. And then one of my best friends named Jenny had a birthday party, and since then we are a very big group and Emma is a part of them. So I also could give this mushroom a trash bag, but I think a little bit of wool is nicer than trash. I also gave the little mushroom guy legs so he can run in the fields, and some arms so he can move a little bit better, and made little dots for his eyes that hopefully will stay on. If not, I will be very mad. And I also added some scratches there in the clay and connected those parts again. It is very important so that they will stay together. If not, I will use some things from my dad's garage that will help to keep them together. I often do that when there are problems, but I don't want this to happen because, I mean, it's a present. I don't want it to be destroyed in a few days or something like this. This would be so horrific and I would feel so bad. So hopefully this won't be happening. As I said before, I wanted to make a wool ball, and so I needed to make little noodles out of the clay and then created a ball that I will wrap the string around. And then I cut it in half so it would be easier to put on the mushroom. I also made some crosses and lines into it so it will stay on. And then it came to the test. I needed to see if the holes could hold earrings or if I need to change something up in the head part. So I cleaned my hands because this clay is so staining. I wasn't expecting it to be red, and afterwards I tried to test it. Okay, I am back, my hands are clear, and I will try this out. I hope it works. And it does kind of work. Okay, yeah, I'm going through it. Okay, nice. So this can work. I think I will need to clean up this thing a little bit more, but it can work. So great. I then started smoothing everything out with water because the clay was a little bit bumpy on some parts, and I also grabbed new clay to correct some parts because it was kind of lumpy or bumpy at the end, so I wanted to make it perfect. So new clay, new water, and then hoping that it will stay and stick together. And with that, the little guy was finished and can dry. I made a little mistake that I realized that the drying process was too slow, so I gave it in the oven, which could be my downfall. Anyways, it was time for painting, and I just punched a whole bunch of white on it and then painted with my fingers everything white. It was pretty easy. I mean, I always paint with my fingers. It's something more manageable than with my hands. I just like the contact with colors and paint. I don't know why a lot of people find it easier to paint with a brush, but for me, hands it is. So this is one part of being a messy artist. At the beginning, I wasn't sure which colors I should give him. I mean, of course you should make a base, and white was my base color, and then I can add any color that I like, because mushrooms have a lot of different variations. But then they decided to be classic and give him a red little head and white dots to make him a toadstool. So this will be very cute. At first I wanted to make him a brown head, but then I decided it was a little bit more like the stickers she once made me. She made very cute cowboy mushrooms and ghost mushrooms and an astronaut mushroom. As I said, she is very great at making stickers. I really like them and sometimes put them on letters when I write some. As you see, I then added the dots on the red color. It was so much effort painting the red color. There were so many layers and I added some baking soda to give it a more density because it was so complex. And then I finally, after hours, could give the toadstool its... And with that, I was mostly finished with this project and you will see how it looked right before the last step. Okay guys, it's day 2 and we are in the final minutes of finishing this project. Right now, my little mushroom guy looks just like this. Doesn't he have a very cute smile? I hope so, at least. Before you ask, I will go to a costume party, so I needed a little bit of a harsher makeup. Wanted a little bit to look like a 20 club. Next step I need to do is, because the last put is on, I will need to cover this in gloss. I only have my cosplay gloss, but I hope this will still work. But it will make it look shiny, and I think this one is a good one, and it softens out the soda I used in my baking soda in the paint, because these acrylics don't work really much. They don't have a high or dense color pigments in them, so you need to coat a lot of layers and it takes a lot of time. I think I took 2 hours making it look really presentable. The next problematic thing is I don't find the earrings I bought for her, so this will be another step. I need to find the earrings. What I will do now is gloss this baby. Same rule here, don't use a brush, use your hands. I just punched everything on and hoped that it would dry enough to keep the mushroom safe and sound. And with that, this project is done and I hope she will like it. So guys, 2 days later and I'm filming the outro. Sadly, the mushroom lost his head. I am so sorry for Emma because I transported it by bike, and before that we also loaded alcohol in my bike and some other stuff that we brought to the party, and I think with the cold it just loosened up because the clay inside wasn't dried out completely, which I assumed could happen, but I thought I baked it so long that it would be okay. So I'm a little bit sad, but for the next time I will learn that this clay isn't the best, first of all, and second, that I will use another clay and hopefully it will look good. I also forgot to show how it looked like with the Mod Podge on. I will add a photo. That's all. I hope you had a wonderful time following this little video of mine. If you like this video, please leave a comment or a like, or tell me what to do next time. Stay magical and happy and also healthy. It is getting a very cold season. Right now it is storming outside, so I wish you all the best day ever. See you next time. Your Chestnut Fairy.